Are you addicted to social media? Here's an Islamic solution. In today's digital age, social media has become an integral part of our lives. It connects us with friends and family, provides entertainment, and keeps us informed about the world. However, excessive use of social media can lead to addiction, negatively impacting our mental health, productivity, and spiritual well-being. Islam, as a complete way of life, offers guidance on how to balance our worldly activities with our spiritual obligations. If you find yourself constantly scrolling, comparing your life to others, or feeling anxious when away from your phone, it may be time to reevaluate your relationship with social media. Let's explore the Islamic perspective on this modern challenge and discover practical solutions to overcome social media addiction. The impact of social media addiction. Social media addiction is a growing concern in today's society. It can manifest in various ways, such as spending hours scrolling through feeds without purpose, feeling anxious or restless when unable to access social media, neglecting responsibilities, relationships, or worship due to excessive screen time, comparing your life to others and feeling inadequate or envious. These behaviors can lead to mental health issues like anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. From an Islamic perspective, excessive attachment to anything that distracts us from our purpose in life, worshiping Allah and seeking His pleasure, is harmful. The Quran reminds us, "And I did not create the jinn and mankind except to worship me." 51:56. When social media consumes our time and energy, it can pull us away from fulfilling this primary purpose. The Islamic perspective on moderation. Islam teaches the principle of moderation in all aspects of life. The Quran states, "And thus we have made you a just community, that you will be witnesses over the people, and the messenger will be a witness over you." 2:143. The concept of just or moderate, wasat, implies balance and avoiding extremes. This principle applies to our use of technology, including social media. While social media can be a tool for good, such as spreading beneficial knowledge, maintaining family ties, and promoting positive causes, it becomes problematic when it disrupts our balance and priorities. The Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, said, "The best of matters are those that are moderate, Bayhaqi." This hadith encourages us to find a middle ground in all aspects of life, including our use of technology. Signs of social media addiction. Before addressing the problem, it's important to recognize the signs of social media addiction. Ask yourself the following questions. 1. Do I spend more time on social media than on meaningful activities like worship, family time, or personal development? 2. Do I feel restless or anxious when I'm unable to check my social media accounts? 3. Do I compare my life to others online and feel dissatisfied with my own? 4. Have I neglected my responsibilities or relationships because of social media use? 5. Do I feel a sense of emptiness or boredom when I'm not scrolling through my feeds? If you answered yes to most of these questions, it may indicate an unhealthy attachment to social media. The spiritual consequences of excessive social media use. From an Islamic perspective, excessive use of social media can have several spiritual consequences. 1. Neglecting salah and worship. Spending too much time on social media can lead to neglecting salah prayer or rushing through it without focus. The Quran warns, "So woe to those who pray but are heedless of their prayer." 107:4-5. 2. Wasting time. Islam emphasizes the value of time. The Prophet, PBUH, said, "Take advantage of 5 before 5. Your youth before your old age, your health before your illness, your wealth before your poverty, your free time before your business, and your life before your death." Hakim. Excessive social media use often leads to wasted time that could be spent on productive or spiritually rewarding activities. 3. Exposure to harmful content. Social media platforms are filled with content that may contradict Islamic values, such as inappropriate images, gossip, or false information. The Quran advises, O you who believed, avoid much negative assumption. Indeed, some assumption is sin. And do not spy or backbite each other. 49:12. 4. Distraction from Dike. Remembrance of Allah, constant engagement with social media can distract us from remembering Allah and reflecting on His signs. The Quran states, and remember your Lord within yourself in humility and in fear, without being apparent in speech, in the mornings and the evenings. And do not be among the heedless. 7:205. Practical Islamic solutions to overcome social media addiction. Islam provides practical guidance to help us regain control over our lives and prioritize our spiritual well-being. Here are some steps to overcome social media addiction. 1. Set clear intentions, Naya. Begin by setting a sincere intention to use social media responsibly and for beneficial purposes. The Prophet, PBUH, said, actions are judged by intentions, and every person will be rewarded according to what they intended. Bukhari Muslim. Make it your intention to use social media as a tool for good, such as sharing Islamic knowledge, maintaining family ties, or promoting positive causes. 2. Limit screen time. Set specific time limits for social media use and stick to them. Allocate time for worship, family, work, and personal development. The Prophet, PBUH, advised, take benefit of 5 before 5, Hakim. Use apps or phone settings to track and limit your screen time. Designate certain times of the day for checking social media, and avoid using it during Salah times or family gatherings. 3. Engage in productive activities. Replace excessive social media use with productive activities that benefit your dunya, worldly life, and akhira hereafter. Examples include reading the Quran or Islamic books, learning a new skill or hobby, spending quality time with family and friends, volunteering or helping others in need. The Prophet, PBUH, said, the most beloved deeds to Allah are those that are consistent, even if they are small. Bukhari Muslim. 4. Practice gratitude, shukr. Social media often fosters envy and dissatisfaction by showcasing others' highlight reels. Islam teaches us to practice gratitude and focus on our blessings. The Quran states, and remember, when your Lord proclaimed, if you are grateful, I will surely increase you in favor. 14:7. Make it a habit to reflect on your blessings and thank Allah daily. This will help you develop contentment and reduce the urge to compare yourself to others. 5. Seek refuge in Allah from distractions. The Prophet, PBUH, taught us to seek Allah's protection from distractions and harmful influences. Recite the following dua. Allahumma inni udabbika min hamazat ash-shayateen, wa udabbika rabbi yadrun. O Allah, I seek refuge in you from the whispers of the devils, and I seek refuge in you, my Lord, lest they come near me. Surah Al-Mu'minin 23:97-98. 6. Surround yourself with positive influences. Choose friends and companions who encourage you to use social media responsibly and prioritize your spiritual growth. The Prophet, PBUH, said, a person is upon the religion of his close friend, so let one of you look at whom he befriends. Abu Dawud. 7. Reflect on the hereafter, akhira. Remind yourself of the temporary nature of this world and the eternal life of the hereafter. The Quran says, and this worldly life is not but diversion and amusement. And indeed, the home of the hereafter is eternal life. If only they knew. 29:64. Use this reflection to prioritize actions that bring you closer to Allah and prepare you for the Akira. The role of social media in spreading good. While excessive use of social media is harmful, it can also be a powerful tool for spreading good when used responsibly. Islam encourages us to use our resources and abilities for the sake of Allah. The Quran states, "And cooperate in righteousness and piety, but do not cooperate in sin and aggression." 5:2. Here are some ways to use social media for good. 1. Share beneficial Islamic knowledge and reminders. 2. Promote positive causes and charitable initiatives. 3. Maintain family ties and strengthen relationships. 4. Inspire others through acts of kindness and gratitude. Conclusion: social media addiction is a modern challenge that can negatively impact our mental health, productivity, and spiritual well-being. Islam provides a balanced approach to addressing this issue by emphasizing moderation, gratitude, and purposeful living. By setting clear intentions, limiting screen time, engaging in productive activities, and seeking Allah's guidance, we can overcome social media addiction and use these platforms as tools for good. Remember, our ultimate goal is to please Allah and prepare for the hereafter. Let us strive to use our time and resources wisely, seeking His pleasure in all that we do. May Allah grant us the strength to overcome distractions and focus on what truly matters. White heavy check mark start today. Try a 24-hour social media detox and reflect on how you feel. White heavy check mark unfollow one account that adds no value to your life and follow an Islamic page instead. White heavy check mark challenge yourself to replace 30 minutes of scrolling with Quran recitation. May Allah guide us to use our time wisely and seek His pleasure in all that we do. Ameen.